Hello guys, welcome once again. In this video I will show you how to use regular expression with your C# Windows Form application. So what is a regular expression? Uh, when you see on the Wikipedia page and when you see there a regular expression, or it's also abbreviated as regex or regexp, is a sequence of text which is used to match patterns. Okay, so I will give you an example, then you will be able to understand fully. But it's a pattern which is used to match with certain pattern. So regex help us to match the patterns, right? And Wikipedia page has very good explanation how to use regex and what is regex. So if you can read this page, you will be able to understand fully what is a regular expression. But now let me give you an example and uh, how you can use this regular expression with your C# application, and then maybe you will be able to understand. So right now I have this application where I log in, and I have this page loaded, and I can see the images, I can load the table, I can load the charts, and I can insert or save, delete or update values, right? And I have here some fields like employee ID, first name, last name, age, gender and date of birth. And for example, now I want to add a new field here for email ID. So I want to enter the email ID of an employee. So how can I do that? First, I will not show you how to save email ID in your database, because uh, that you already know if you are following these videos. One of the beginning videos I have shown you how to save the data, but in this video I will show you how to use regex with your email ID expression and validate your email ID with the help of regex. So for example, I want to enter the email ID of an employee here. So what I will do, I will first close this, and I will add a text box here, and I will name it as, in the properties I will name it as text email. Okay, so I have this text box whose name is text email, and let me take a button. This is just for an example. After you understand the concept, you can always go and use this text box information to save the values. So this is just for an example how to use regular expression. Okay, so first thing you need to take is this text box and this button. Just double click this button, and here we will add the code for the regular expression. So first I will go at the top. I need to import one namespace here. So go at the top and import using system dot text dot regular expression. Okay, so C# provide this library to use regular expression. Now once again I will go to my form. Let me change this button text also, so it will be clear. So I will name it as validate regex, for example. Okay, so this is my validate regex. just double click it once again, and in here I will write my code. So what I will write is declare a regex variable like this. Regex, I will give my variable name as rx for regex is equal to new regex and bracket closed, and inside this bracket I will pass the expression which I want to match. So this is the text box for the email, and I don't want the user to be able to enter anything. So for example, when I run the program, and this is for email, so the user can enter something blah blah blah, and it will take this text. When you save this text, it will take this text literally as this entered text, and it will not validate whether it's a valid email ID or not. But I want to validate this email ID. So our email ID has some format like alpha numeric at the rate alpha numeric dot com. So our email ID has this format, right? It has the username at the rate of the email provider .com, right? So I want the user should enter email ID in this format only, then it will be saved, otherwise it should not be saved. So how can I do that? With the help of a regular expression, I will show you. So I will paste the same format here. So email ID takes alphanumeric value A to Z, capital or lowercase, and numerical values 1 to 9, right? And here also A to Z, capital or lower, and numerical values. And after dot, it takes three uppercase or lowercase letter, not number but letters, right? So now this is my regex code, and in here I want to enter that format which I want to validate, which is this format of email. So what I will do here is I will enter first, I will enter this square brackets, and inside this I will give my limits, right? I will give the limit, the first letter can be alphanumeric, which can take A to Z, uppercase or lowercase, or numerical values. So I will give A to Z, and without giving any space, just give capital A to Z, and without giving any space, give 0 to 9. So this is the type of format which this word can take: A to Z lowercase, A to Z uppercase, and 0 to 9 numerical values. Then it has to take a at the rate symbol, so I will write at the rate, and then once again it takes the alphanumerical values. But before that, we can also give the length, what length this can take. Here we can also define. So here define, just I will cut this, it will be here, sorry. So at the rate is outside my square bracket, right? But before at the rate, I can define my limits. So for example, I want the limit for this word to be 1 to 20 letters. So you can enter up to 1 to 20 characters or numerical values in the first letter, then at the rate, and then once again I it's a alphanumerical value, so I will just copy this thing and paste it after my at the rate. Then comes the this dot sign. Okay, so I will give dot here, and then comes, it can be comma or it can be code, it can be some 2-letter word or 3-letter word, right? So this will come as it is, small letter or capital letter, but it cannot contain 0 to 9 values, right? So I will delete it. It can take A to Z capital or A to Z lowercase after this dot. Then here I can define the length, so it cannot be a such big value like 1 to 20. It can be 2 letters or 3 letters, so 2 to 3 letters the last word can have after this dot, right? And when you are writing a regular expression, you start with this cap symbol and end with this dollar sign. Okay, so I think you may understand this, and if you are not able to understand, just read a little about regular expression on the Wikipedia page. It has a very good explanation what this cap is, what this dollar is, and how to use these regex, right? And then you will be able to understand. So I write this, and now I match this with what? So I will give a condition if, and close it with these brackets, and I will write here not equal to, and then I will copy this rx variable from here to here, dot is match, and then r value. So what is r value? This regular expression we are matching whatever we will enter in the email text, right? So this is the text. I will copy the name of this text, which is text email, from here. Go to the code once again, and inside this is match bracket I will pass it dot text. So it takes the email ID from this text box, it checks for the format if it's correct, and if it's not correct it will give you some message like message show. So you can write here email format is not correct, else you can write once again in the message box, you can give email format is correct. Okay, so if we enter the wrong email which is not in this format, it will give us some error like this, email format is not correct. So let's try and run the program. So run it, user ID password is correct. Now I enter here some wrong email ID. For example, I write abc at the rate gmail dot, and after dot I don't give anything, but it, according to my condition, it should take two letters, right? So it will give me error. So when I press this validate regex, it gives me email format is not correct. But when I give dot com, for example, and once again I press this, it says me email format is correct. Let's check here also. First alphanumerical values, it takes 1 to 20, so I'm not giving anything. So once again it gives me error, email format is not correct. And when I give something, once again the message is email is correct. Similarly for this, when you delete the second alphanumerical values, it gives me email format is not correct. And when I give some correct value, it shows me email is correct. So with the help of regex function, you have validated the format of this email ID. Okay, so that is the advantage of this regex function. So from the next time, whenever you come across some kind of validation, just consider the regular expression code first, because it might help you in some way or the other. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and now just the saving of this data or email ID is remaining. So just double click it, and you, if you are following these videos, you know what this code is, and you just need to add one more field for the email here, right? So you can do that, I'm sure, if you are following these videos. So that I'm not going to cover, but I think you understand the concept, how to validate some pattern with the help of regex. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.